Hey guys, this is Victoria back to you with another review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 10, Episode 9 called Mama Drama. Okay, so we start off with the group still in Dubai. I think they've only been in Dubai for like 1 or 2 days. Rashida still doesn't feel good, go figure. And Yandy's happy. She's telling everybody, this is the first time they're going to be able to celebrate their anniversary together because ever since they got married a few years back, he had to go straight to jail and he's been in jail for the past few years. So this is the first time they're going to spend their anniversary together. Okay, cool. That's nice and everything. Um, Lamar couldn't come because I guess one of them asked Carly, "Oh, how come Lamar didn't come?" Pretty much, I guess he has a passport issue. I don't know if it's expired or he never had. I'm pretty sure he had a passport before, but I guess he don't got no valid passport, so he couldn't come with his little situation. So that's the reason why he couldn't come, and I think that's why she brought Jasmine as like maybe a rebound. I don't know. She probably would have brought both of them, but Jasmine's talking about. She's saying, "Oh, I have a surprise," someone's here. And Carly's like, who is it? So pretty much, I think she said KP. I believe his name is KP. And Carly kind of just like, I don't know how I feel about that. So I guess while Jasmine's going to wherever she is to meet up with him before she brings him back to the crew, they was like, oh, why don't you like KP? Pretty much Carly's situation or reasoning for not liking KP is like, I guess Jasmine acts different when she's around him. She'd be acting rude, maybe to Carly personally or everybody else, but it seems like to Carly personally because Carly's the one who has a problem. I don't know if Carly's jealous because of the fact that Jasmine got a little boo thing or whatever, but pretty much everybody was kind of like laughing at Carly because they're saying, I mean, that's what happens. Pretty much your daughter digmatized. She gonna choose the dick over the mom. And everyone was talking in the confessional. Rashida, Yandy, Sierra, like, girl, don't make this a whole big thing that it needs to. Is you making it bigger than it needs to be? But Carly feels played because I guess Jasmine asked Carly to have her own room for the trip. And Carly's like, oh, so this has been planned all along. I paid for their room together. So now they're going to be, shacking in a room together. I mean, my take on it, she's grown. So if she wants to do that, I don't really see the big issue because at the end of the day, Carly, you had Jasmine. Like, I believe Jasmine's like maybe 21, 22, maybe 23. But Carly, you had her at like what, 18? So already she doing better than you. Okay, so I think Carly's just salty because she don't got her man and Jasmine does. And she's a grown woman. If she chooses to be with KP, so far from what I've seen, and for actually the whole episode, I don't see nothing KP did wrong. They didn't get no airtime, so it's not like well, I don't know what his intentions are, but she's been, later on, Jasmine said they've been together for like 3 years. So at this point, Carly, get over it. We move on to Rennie Rucci. She's rehearsing in the studio, I guess for her new album. So she has her best friend and her manager there to listen to the music to see what they think about it. They seem to be taking it very well. But then I guess Rennie got some tea for her friend Hollywood, talking about her mom was on the phone with her sister, telling her sister that Rennie's on drugs and she loves to gossip. And I guess that pissed Rennie off. One, it pissed and hurt Rennie because she starts crying, but she's also like, she always be making sure her mom and her kids are straight, but I guess her mom be acting like she don't be providing no money to her. And I guess she's just like, not broke, but like, she's doing all this stuff and she ain't getting compensated for it, but she got her own lounge and stuff. But from what Rennie was explaining, seems like her mom's a little bit of a mooch, a little bit, or, I mean, not necessarily, no. Victoria, who you talking? Like, Victoria, keep it real. Her mama's a mooch. She got her own lounge, but of course, some people, hey, the more money, the merrier. So her mom is just like, I guess, telling others that she ain't giving her that dope. So she's all hurt and sad about it, talking about it in the confessionals. When her kids get out of school for the summer break, they're going to stay with her, but they're not going to go back with the mama because the mama talking too much other people. So I don't know, but my thing is just like Rennie, when you go back on the road and stuff, you gonna keep the kids with you when the school's back in session? Who's gonna watch them then? because you probably want to have to pay way more to somebody else than your mama. Then again, I don't know how much you pay her mama, so girl, I don't know. We move on to Mama D. She's at the house with her dog named Tyler. The, Tyler got like highlights, lowlights of red strips. Maybe for a photo shoot look cute, but for every day I'm just like, what is this? What are you doing? What is this? But anywho, she gets FaceTime from Judy, Mendici's mom, and Judy just spilling all the tea, saying, Yandy Mendice's getting married in Dubai, but she's sad because she hasn't seen or talked to Yandy or the grandkids. I guess since the Arizona family reunion thing, I don't know. But Mama D just like, what? Dude, that's crazy. Then Judy talking about she got some tea to spill. Mama D said if she spills the tea, then Mama D has tea to spill, but we didn't hear nothing Mama D had to say. But Judy done said Yandy Mendice's wedding is fake because they never got their marriage legalized. And then Mama D's like, well, I went to the wedding in New York, a few years back, but it wasn't fake. I mean, it wasn't real. In my head, I'm just like, you spilling old tea, to be honest, Miss Judy, because everybody done knew that. I mean, they did a flashback from when Yandy was telling them in New York, in the Love and Hip Hop New York, that they're not legally married because she never sent in the paperwork. That's nothing new. Why Mama D acting like this is like the juicy tea? This is old, dried up tea because we already knew that. Anywho, but Judy asked Mama D to go with her to Dubai. And of course, Mama D likes to meddle, so she gon' sprinkle some Mama D queen dust on the whole Dubai trip to try to, shake up the table or whatever. I don't know. We move on to Eric and Sierra. He said that they're gonna go to a frame thing, tower thing. You get on there when you're on the floor. The floor is glass, so you can see all the way down to see how far you're up, whatever. So when he first tells Sierra this, she's like, "Oh, that's boring." I'm like, "What? Like, that's to me, that's awesome." Now I'm scared of heights too, but I would experience it just to experience it. But she's like, that's boring because I guess this is not the first time in Dubai. So she's like, we already did something similar to that. They already went to the tallest tower in Dubai or in the world. So everybody else is going there, but they ain't going there because they already been there. But she was like, no, that sounds boring. I'm like, this is an experience, girl. Please, like you act like you do stuff like that every day, but you don't. Not in Atlanta. But anywho, he shows her pictures of the frame thing, the Dubai frame. I don't. And she's like, okay, that's cute, whatever. So she's willing to go. So they're in the car or van or whatever, and pretty much Sierra was talking to confessional that she loves her man. He's doing so good. He's been so good to her. And, like I said, this is not the first time in Dubai. So he's always takes care of her, even though he's 4 years younger than her, but he's doing a damn thing and he pays for everything. So she don't got to pay for nothing no more. So she's just on cloud nine with this guy. And while she doing all this talking, I'm just looking at her. I'm like, why you still got pins in your hair though? You couldn't just take. What is the pins holding up though? Like for real? Like you the hairstylist? Why? What is this, Sarah? This is the new look. This no. Please take the pins out, please, girl. You look so much better. Why you got the pins in there? Like, are you forgetting, or is this the new style? Like, if you want barrettes, they got barrettes for that, Sierra. You don't have to keep leaving these pins in your hair like it ain't finished. For goodness sakes, a whole different country, a whole different continent. Please. I mean, if she like it, I don't love it, but teach their own. But please, just take the pins out. I don't think it looks good. I really don't. We get to the other crew going to the tallest building in the world or whatnot, and Jasmine not with them because she with her boo thing. KP, they probably had a long night. Okay, they probably had a long night, so she probably still, they still waking up in bed, having a late morning. I don't know what time it is at that time. But anywho, Carly's still salty about Jasmine playing her to bring KP. And, now she's not hanging out with her. So not only does Carly not have Dick Lamar with her, for free dick, she also don't have her daughter to hang out with her because her daughter getting the dick from her boyfriend. So she's upset. She probably sexually frustrated and hurt that you know she probably feels like nobody wants to hang out with her. But it's just like Carly, it's gonna be okay. You got your other girls with you. It's gonna be okay. So Sierra and Eric get to the Dubai frame, and Eric is afraid of heights, but I guess Sierra was talking about he needs to get it together, and that's what happens when you put a Libra and a Gemini together. But I'm like, okay, Eric must be the Libra, you must be the Gemini. I don't know. I could be wrong, but the way she acted like a Gemini, low key to me. So, but I'm just like, girl, so what? He's afraid of heights. He's still a man. He still treat you right. He still do what he needs to do. And I bet you he ain't afraid of no heights in the bedroom. I'm just saying. But girl, anywho, whatever. Tara, you do a little too much. We get to the rest of the crew to get to the tallest building in the world, and they seem to be having fun. Rashida's still talking about she don't feel good and she thinks she's pregnant, so she don't know how to feel about that, and she got to talk to Kirk about it. Yeah, because that's the only reason why you feel nauseous and you don't feel good, Rashida. You might need to take a COVID test. I don't know, but Erica, and Imani gets to Dubai. I think her boo thing was with her too. Erica's man. I don't know. I feel like he was there too, but I just remember seeing for sure Erica and her daughter. So they get to Dubai, so everybody's happy about that. We move on back to Eric and Sierra. Uh, they go to like a lunch dinner thing, and Eric's pretty much asking Sierra because for this part, I just feel like once they split up with the rest of the group. They didn't hang out with them for the rest of the episode. So they're like, we're going to do our own thing until probably the next episode, episode 10. But anywho, they sitting down for dinner. Eric is asking Sarah, like, what does she want to do in Dubai other than shopping? Because she probably already done shop so much already in their 2 days there. So he's like, no, he wants to do some adventures with her. And I don't know. I don't think she really said anything that she wants to do. She just, like, I don't know. But she's talking in the confessional saying that she's infatuated with Eric and he's just so perfect that he's the one. And even sitting there next to him, she's just like saying thank you for being there for her with the whole situation and drama with her sisters and the family. And she's just in love. And even Eric said he loves her too. So I guess Sierra's birthday is in a few days, and I could have sworn a few episodes ago Yandy was saying that Rashida's birthday was in a few days. So I guess both their birthdays are in a few days together. And he's just like, what if he gets the female that has everything, as cliche as that sounds? And Sierra was just like, well, I'm not on birth control. I'm like, what? Are you trying to hint towards something? And then he's just like, what, you pregnant? And she's just like, no. I don't know what she said after that, but like to something to the effect of I can be. Like she wants a baby, and she asks if he's ready or down for a baby, and he's just kind of like, I mean, I'm down for whatever. So that's not really a yes. I mean, it's not really a no either, but it's not really a yes either. So if unless you gonna give me a yes, I don't know how I feel about you telling me, I'm down for whatever. I mean, do he have kids right now with another? I don't know, but she was happy and talking about how her daughter is so ready to have a little sister. Even though they don't know what the baby's gonna be, but her daughter's ready for a sister, a sibling, and just she says at least her mom's gonna have a baby by a good man and all that stuff. So her and her daughter, I feel Loki are concocting. Let's get this nigga. Let's have a baby by this nigga. Because if he's already taking care of her and paying all the bills, she's just like she know he gonna take care of the kid. Listen, that's y'all relationship. So y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. I'm just like, he didn't seem 200% on board to have a baby because his answer to me was kind of like, I mean, if you get pregnant, I mean, it is what it is, but not kind of like oh yes, let's have kids now type of thing. So I don't know. We're gonna see how that plays out. Don't know if she's pregnant present day, but okay. We move on to Carly. she's still upset since KP came, and how Jasmine and KP has been MIA since KP showed up in Dubai. But they go out to dinner, and Rashida pulls Kirk to the side. It looked all romantic and stuff. It was cute. Like the whole views outside from the windows. It looked so pretty. Maybe I might go to Dubai, but that's expensive though. So I don't know when that will happen. I need to go to my Italy first before I go to Dubai, and Greece. I need to go to Greece first. So Dubai is not really on the top priority of dream trips, but it's up there somewhere. It's up there. But anyway, Rashida pulls Kirk to the side and talk about her period didn't come yet, her period being late. And Kirk was just like, well, you need to check. In my head, I'm just like, I thought you and Yandy already planned out to stop by a store and pick up a pregnancy test. Why, like, you got it. Like, just pick up the girl. They probably got a pregnancy test at the hotel in the gift shop or something. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. But he says she needs to check. Rashida, asks how he would feel if she was pregnant. And he's just like, he's too damn old for any more kids. And Rashida's just like, she kind of agrees, saying like they have a lot on their plate. But in my head, I'm like, didn't you say the other episode you guys were already talking about having more kids, or if that was a possibility and whatnot? So it seemed like you were just talking just to talk, Rashida, because it seemed like from Kirk, he's just like, oh hell no, ain't no more kids coming, no. So they're gonna take a test. They're gonna find out tomorrow. They're gonna might go buy a test tomorrow, see if she pregnant or not. But I'm just like, Rashida, like, uh, I'm not. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on. 'Cause I know they always have ridiculous storylines, but at this point, with this whole pregnancy ordeal that has got dragged out for like 2, 3 episodes, you're reaching, Rashid. You're reaching a little bit with this pregnancy thing. This could have been resolved within 24 hours, to be honest. And the fact that we dragging all these scenes, like, oh, you don't know if you're pregnant, you don't feel good. Okay, so now, okay, we're gonna find out later on. Well, I'm gonna move on. We get to Rainy. She has her kids. They're finally out of school, so she's happy with that. And the mom comes over. Side note: the cues are beautiful. They look just like their mama, but they look so cute. But anywho, the mom comes over to see the kids, and I guess Ferreni wants to talk with her, so she sends the kids to make popcorn and pick a movie that they're gonna watch. Even though I don't think they ever watched the movie. I don't know. We don't know. But she sits down with her mom and just pretty much confronts her mom, talking about, what's this? You talking to my sister, telling her you think I'm on drugs, and, talking all this rah rah to everybody. But I be giving you money, but you probably complain about that too. But I always make sure you straight. You don't, well, I don't know if she complains about that, but I be doing all this for you, and you out here talking ish about me, your own daughter. The mama's in denial, saying, I just saw a post and I was concerned. They talking about your nose dripping, and it's probably from all that. Yeah, so I was concerned. And Rainy, they go back and forth a little bit. Rainy gets frustrated, so she gets up, she goes to the bathroom and kind of cries. But when her mom goes after her, Rennie just gets buck again. It's like, no, you're not concerned. No, you're not concerned. You just gossiping, being nosy, and just trying to, I guess, put her down, and like not being the mom she needs to be. And I don't know if the mom was just, if you saw her facial expression from the moment that Rennie got up to go to the bathroom and cry, the mom was just like, well, that's how she feels, but that's not what it is. But I don't know, it looked very conniving to me. Like, what type of facial expression, what type of body language is that? If your daughter is really coming to you with a concern, like, why are you out here talking in these streets talking about I'm on drugs and I be making sure you straight? And then she's just like, acting like, not stink, but just conniving. That seemed kind of like a slick smile to me. So Rennie, that's your mama, but I don't know. That seemed kind of fake and catty to me. Your mama seemed kind of fake and catty, just based off of that one little. No, I didn't like that at all. So nothing really gets resolved with that scene. They just kind of keep going back and forth until Rennie's just like, I'm not gonna do this with you. But the mama wasn't, owning up to nothing. She's just saying, oh, I was concerned and I wasn't doing nothing, and like you blowing this out of proportion. Because even when she went to the bathroom after Rennie, she's just like, are you really that mad? Mama, what is this? I feel like what we see in this scene and what we saw when we first got introduced to Rennie and her mom at the lounge, it seemed kind of like two different people. So I don't know what the mom on. Maybe she was, got a little couple of drinks before she came into the scene, or she was a little bit loose. But I don't know. Her mom just seemed easy breezy, like she don't care. So I mean, we're gonna see what happens with that if we do see her mama back on this show for the rest of the season. But we move on to Rashida. I guess she was able to buy a pregnancy test from the when she hold up the thing, because I know what pregnancy test looks like. Dang it, the blue thing, it said clear blue. I knew and they blurred it out, for average, for legal reasons, whatever. But I know that's a clear blue pregnancy test wrapper. But it looks like the test she took, no, that was probably clear blue. I'm sorry. I usually, when I think of clear blue, I always think of the digital one. But now that I think of how it actually looked, because from afar, it looked like the first response. But girl, I don't know. I'm just be talking just to talk. Okay, anywho, she got a pregnancy test, and Kirk is just like, he just not feeling like, he just hopes it's negative because, they really don't need that right now. I feel like that's what they say every time she get pregnant. But the test comes back negative. I honestly wasn't that surprised. I wasn't shocked. I wasn't thinking she was pregnant because I'm just like, you might have COVID. You might have COVID, but it comes back negative, and in my head I'm like, okay, maybe you need to take a COVID test now, or go to the doctor to see what's wrong with you. I don't know, Rashida, but it's negative. Kirk is happy. Talking about now that it's been confirmed she negative. Rashida needs to go get her tubes tied because she's fertile AF. Rashida's like, no, you need to go get that little snip, get that vasectomy. No, how about this? Y'all both just stop it. Okay, Rashida, you get your tubes tied. Matter of fact, Rashida, get your tubes burnt. Because that's the option. Get your tubes burnt. Kirk, get your little snip vasectomy. Both of y'all don't have no more kids. Maybe that's it. Like, it's enough. Carter's the last one. He's the baby. That's it. No more. But yeah, nothing surprising about that. But she is happy because she's like, now she could turn up. And it's like, was you not already turning? Okay. We get to the crew going out for the dinner. And Jasmine finally shows up with KP. Because we haven't seen her since the beginning of the episode. And Carly said it's nice of Jasmine and KP to join them finally. And even Yandy was like, oh, hey, nice to see you guys or whatever. And Jasmine's just like, there's still plenty of time for them to hang out with the crew for the rest of the trip. Because I think it's only like day 3 or 4. I don't know. I don't keep track of the days. But there's still plenty of time for them to hang out. And Carly's like, okay, but don't be rude. And Jasmine was just like, if anybody's being rude, it's you. And then she goes into the confessional talking about pretty much her mom is just upset because she been with KP for like 3 years and they going strong. She's trying to break them down. And her mom hasn't had no good luck or what she say verbatim. She doesn't have a good track record with men. So her mama trying to break her relationship down of 3 years. And, she been together with him for 3 years. That is kudos to her. Especially for young couples. Because young couples don't stay together for shit. Any little thing, they just separate. Like Married at First Sight. But, I mean, she do got a point there. Because for all these seasons we've seen Carly on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, it's trash. But, moving on from them, Mama D don't walk through. Everybody's like, oh, hi, nice, like, surprised to see you. And Erica is just like, I talk to Mama D damn near every day. And I didn't even know she was coming. And then she says, oh, Judy invited her to come to the wedding and all that stuff. Mendices and Yandy was surprised. Mendices was just like, I didn't know Judy had a +1. We didn't know either. But, for the sake of Love and Hip Hop, that's what's going to happen. Immediately, not even there for 5 minutes, I don't think. Mama D pulls Yandy to the side, saying, "Look, I need to talk to you." Erica's just like, if you need help, flag me. Yandy's doing like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I need, I need, I need you right now. Anywho, Mama D pulls Yandy to the side, pretty much gets straight to the point, saying, "Judy talking slick. She FaceTime me, done told me y'all marriage, y'all first wedding wasn't real." And she said, "What now?" She repeated it. She's like, "Babe," this is Yandy, "Babe, can you come over here for a second?" Asked Mama D to repeat everything she done told her to Mendices. And Yandy was upset. Mendices is upset. Yandy gets up and goes talk to Carly and Erica, telling her everything that Mama D done told her about what Judy said. And they go to the flashback of Yandy telling Kimbella and somebody else. Oh, what's her name? The Afro Latina chick that's friends with Amara Negra. I forgot her name. But anywho, the beautiful, tall, skinny Latino chick. Anywho, she telling them on the Love and Hip Hop New York that, they signed the papers, but she didn't send in the documents illegally because of whatever reason. She never really specified why she didn't send the paperwork. But they're together spiritually. And that's really all that matters. Through in front of God, they got together, they got married. They still, they share documents with each other. They share finances and all that marriage stuff. Even though people could do that even when they're not married. But I digress. But Yandy's upset. She's going on a tangent. She's just upset and pissed off with Judy, and always saying like, "Oh, Judy always saying it's me doing this," and she's just asking like, "What did I do? What did I do?" Excuse me. And Erica's just like, "You didn't do nothing." She has demons, skeletons in her closet that she still needs to resolve, and she's just trying to blame someone else, and that person is you. And that's where it ends. So we're gonna see what happens when Judy comes to Dubai next week, and we'll see how the wedding goes. I don't think I'll have a wedding special. I doubt it. I doubt they're gonna have a wedding special. It'll be cute. No, not with the whole COVID situation going on. But we're gonna see what happens next week. Until then, thank you for watching, guys. Bye.